Today's video game review is on the interactive novel called Sweetest Monster. What's up everyone, this is Sergeant Sentinel with another video game review. Now if you do enjoy this review, hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, be sure to subscribe right now and hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I upload new content, whether it's reviews or live streams. It goes without saying that whenever you review video games, sometimes you review ones that are good, sometimes you review ones that are bad, and sometimes you review ones that have significantly questionable content, and I should have known from this warning that popped up right when you start the game. Now, as expected from an interactive novel, it's pretty much straightforward. You don't really have to do much throughout the entire story other than sit there and allow the story to unfold before you. As far as I can remember, there's no choice that you have to make in the story. Again, it's basically a novel in video game format, and there's no ability to choose anything. It just unfolds before your very eyes. So you basically see the story through the eyes of a character, Robin. He is a middle-aged teacher, and he's in a relationship, he's in a marriage where him and his wife are pretty cold towards each other. They do have a daughter, and it just seems like he is having a midlife crisis. And so the story kind of builds upon that, and he encounters a character who is a female, probably in the age range of 20, who is kind of taking advantage of his situation. And as the story unfolds, you see that this isn't actually a person, but it's actually a supernatural entity that has possessed a person in the story. Now, I'm not going into spoilers about who they're possessing, but whenever you realize this later in the story, it's hard to, it's a little hard to wrap your head around how this was put in this story and why the writers possibly thought this would be an acceptable idea. So gamers are pretty open-minded, and a lot of times we're more open to stories that contain topics that are controversial or even taboo in some cases. But I want to say that the Sweetest Monster, or Sweetest Monster as it's called, it has a couple of topics in it. Well, one in particular, and I'm not going to spoil this for anybody, but one in particular that it feels like a little too taboo, so to speak, to overlook. And of course, as a video game reviewer, you come into contact with a lot of stuff in games, like grotesque killing or just other stuff that you got to call it how it is. You can't sugarcoat it. You can't beat around the bush. You just have to basically tell it how it is. And especially as a video game reviewer, you have to decide whether that content for you personally is acceptable or not. Now, yes, sometimes whenever you're dealing with games regarding war, you're going to have gratuitous violence that you can't necessarily identify with or agree with, but because it's telling a certain story, it's acceptable within that realm, within that frame of mind. But as far as Sweetest Monster goes, it's hard for me to recommend it because the ending, and I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but the ending I think is just too taboo, even for video games, just because of stuff that unfolds that you discover later on. That's why I can't really recommend this game. And I did get a free copy, a review copy, from the publisher, Sometimes You. Thank you so much. I do greatly appreciate that. But like I said, unfortunately, I can't really recommend this game unless you as a gamer are completely open to topics that are tremendously taboo, even in 2025, Western culture. But anyway, that's it. That's all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. Got something to say? Leave it in the comment section below, but please refrain from discussing spoilers for this particular game in case there is someone that wants to check it out. This is SSG, aka Sergeant Sentinel. Thanks so much for watching, and take it easy, gamers.